From the National Service of the Liberia Broadcasting System, good afternoon and welcome to Newsline, a 10-minute news presentation from and about Liberia and elsewhere. In the headlines, President George Weah describes the Liberian flag as a symbol of freedom and unity of the country.
Liberia continues to make steady progress towards strengthening the conditions of peace and democracy.
United Party Standard Bearer Joseph Boyka vows to prioritize huge investment in the agriculture sector if elected president. National Flag Day orator Wanto Tier Wanto calls for unity and peaceful coexistence among Liberians. And away from Liberia, West Africa's chief mediator in the Niger crisis, ex-Nigerian military leader General Abdul Salami Abubakar says military intervention means the last option to resolve the situation in the country. These interesting developments plus more all coming up, including our weather update. First, there is Samson David and the news bulletin.
The National Flag Day orator Wanto Tier Wanto is challenging Liberians to embrace unity and peace as the surest pathway to developing the country. Mr. Wanto believes embracing unity in diversity is crucial to sustain the gains made in the country over the last 20 years. The youthful Liberian orator was speaking Thursday when he delivered the oration for the country's 176th Flag Day celebration. Mr. Wanto said Liberians should see the flag as a symbolic reflection of courage, resilience, and unity of the country. Meanwhile, several institutions have been awarded for their exemplary performance during the National Flag Day parade. Topping the list of awardees is the Grade D Allison High School that emerged as the first place winner. Two other government-run institutions, G.W. Gissing and William V.S. Tubman High Schools, took the second and third places respectively. At the same time, St. Teresa Convent was also named the best dressed institution for the 2023 Flag Day Parade. Unity Party Standard Bearer Joseph Boakai has vowed to prioritize investment in the agricultural sector if elected to president. Ambassador Boakai said this will be done by empowering Liberians and through the provision of loans to enable them to invest in various sectors of the country's economy. He disclosed that under his administration, Liberia will produce its own food to avoid reliance on the importation of the country's staple food rice. Speaking Wednesday on the second leg of his administration in Electoral District 8, Montserrat County, Ambassador Boakai said he will remove unnecessary bottlenecks in doing business in Liberia and cancel continued tracking at the free port of Monrovia. And the United Party Standard Bearer also promised to fight corruption with no fear and favor and invest in meaningful youth empowerment, tackle drug addiction across the country. The Ministry of Education has named Alan Thomas as the country's National Best Teacher Award winner year 2. Mr. Thomas is a local teacher at the Tabe Memorial High School in Nima County. He replaces Precious Tiwe, who won the award last year. Deputy Education Minister for Instruction, Alexander Dopo, described Mr. Thomas as an exceptional teacher who is contributing immensely to education. Minister Dopo also named the Fede Colley of the John Bakadu High School in Banga as the Bond Best Teacher. Others include Lucia Gofa as Maryland Best Teacher and Anita Sa Yambi as the Best Teacher in Montserrat County. The Federation of Liberian Youth Flag, in partnership with Connected Development Code, a Nigerian-based organization, has launched the Youth Situation Room in Liberia. The Situation Room was launched on Wednesday in Monrovia on the theme Sustaining Democracy, Promoting Peaceful Elections in the country. Speaking Wednesday at the press conference, Flag President Benika Elliott said the Youth Situation Room is in at deploying young Liberians to accept processes leading to the elections. She added that those deployed will work in close supervision with the Liberian Election Observation Network Leon to ensure that the elections are held peacefully. At the same time, the founder and chief executive officer of Connected Development Co., Hamza Lawi, disclosed that the Youth Situation Room will be guided by technical device called UCB. He added that the device will also assist young people deployed to the Situation Room to report all activities during the elections. Mr. Lowry said his organization will properly train young people forming part of the Situation Room. He disclosed that the process will also afford observers to inform and track cases of violence that may arise during the election. For his part, the head of Secretariat of the Liberia Elections Observer Network, Leon Augustine Tamba, said the organization is poised to deploy the scientific device to observe the election. The chairman of the Liberia Council of Chiefs and Elders, Chief Zamzam Kaur, has denied to report that he openly declared support for the re-election bid of President George Weah. Recently, it was reported that Chief Zamzam Kaur openly pledged support to President George Weah in the much anticipated October 10 elections. But speaking to reporters Wednesday, Chief Zamzam Kaur termed the report as false and misleading and warned those involved to desist. He said though the council is charged with the responsibility to carry out the government's messages and says as a advisory arm, it does not give any member the right to openly declare support to political actors.
Something David and the news. The bulletin comes back a little later. That's when you listen to our international news. This is Newsline. One of the top stories we're following this afternoon, President George Weah describes the Liberian flag as a symbol of freedom and unity of the country. Like you heard, the Liberian leader, President George Weah, has described the Liberian flag as a symbol of unity and the pride of the country's rich history. The Liberian leader also noted the flag symbolizes freedom and struggle of the country's founding fathers. He spoke Thursday in Monrovia in observance of Liberia's 176th flag